In today's video, I build a giant Christmas tree in my hardcore Minecraft world. Because building big things gets views, I think. And also, if you go on to enjoy this video at any point, don't forget to leave a like. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, unsubscribe, and then subscribe again. I am really excited to see just how much this channel can grow in 2022. So subscribe to join the egdoh army today. But now, please enjoy the video. Hello everybody and welcome. My name is egdoh and welcome back to episode 5 of my hardcore Minecraft series. Some say the best Minecraft series of all time. But of course, before we start on the build, I have one little thing to do. Steal Woodsy's and Laserbeam's idea of planting hundreds of watermelons before every episode, but change the watermelon to sugarcane. So let's get started. I've also decided to start adding 500 sugarcane every episode, instead of the 250 I said I would, to make the farm bigger and better even quicker. Okay, and just like that, I've added 500 sugarcane to this farm. I'm doing this at the start of every episode, so if you want to see just how big this farm gets, be sure to subscribe. And now that that is done, let's get started on the Christmas tree. Okay, now first things first, we need to find a nice location for the tree to go. And at first, I decided the tree could go just down in the forest near my base, but after considering that I have recently upgraded my Minecraft to 1.18, I think I'm going to be traveling to some new chunks to find some cooler terrain and make the tree there. Also, this new place we find will also be where I make my mega base in a future episode, and make it our official home, because obviously I can't live in this wooden house forever. So I want to find the right place for my mega and final base location to go. The plan is to have the tree reach up to pretty much build height, and then obviously have the leaves come down the tree in a pine sort of triangular way, skinny at the top and getting bigger towards the bottom. Also, I want to make it as realistic as possible. I want roots that actually go into the underground so it looks a bit more natural and detailed. And obviously, it's not a Christmas tree unless it has a star on top and is decorated with Christmas ornaments and shiny green, red, and gold balls, and a lot of big, small, and cool presents underneath. Oh, also, I want the inside to be hollow so I can vibe inside and have some cool stuff inside the tree. Secret stuff. But if I'm going to be building a huge tree up really high in the air, I think I should probably get an elytra in case I fall down so you know I don't dead. So again, before I make this tree, I have another side mission to embark on. So I'm gonna go get the elytra in this very quick montage. We are back, baby. We now have the elytra and got plenty of shulker shells too. So I'm gonna make 7 shulker boxes with these shulker shells. Now, the ingredients for tree is wood plus leaf equal tree. So we need wood and leaves. Now I'm flying around. Why am I flying around? Oh, of course, probably to tell you guys that I'm just going to destroy this entire biome for all of its trees, as I don't plan on making the tree here, as I said. Oh yeah, and then I started a raid. I don't know how, but this took like 30 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. But I really don't like raids, and for some reason my computer was lagging hard during this raid. And that's why I have a totem of undying now from the raid. But anyway, there's no time to ponder on the village's ambiguous intentions. So I've flown off to those thick mountain biomes for my new base location to go. And look at these mountains. They are genuinely so sick. Like, look at this valley as it goes through. And one side is like this curvy mountain. One side's like the pointed peaks. It's just so sick. And I found this nice little edge of a mountain here with a birch tree, with a village over there, with a sick valley coming through. Just look at this location. This location is where I'm making my mega base in a future episode. This is the base location for this series. This is it. It looks so sick. And now I'm actually flying back to my old base to get wood. Pretty much I just spend like a couple hours getting as much wood as possible. It ends up being not that much. I'm just getting wood and wood. This literally, I'm just listening to a podcast, getting as much wood as possible. I'm also collecting leaves. As you can see, this shulker box is full with leaves. This shulker box is full with oak logs. And then this other shulker box is full with leaves. And by the way, this is like barely 1% of the amount of wood and leaves that I end up using, like literally 1%. So I just continue to keep getting wood. It took a long time, but now I have a few shulker boxes full with wood. And yeah, as I said, this is nowhere near even close to being enough. And now I'm flying back to the new base location, and nearby on my way back, as you can see the mountains in the distance, I fly right over this little hole in the ground. And I think that this is actually a perfect place to make the tree. This is where I'm going to make the tree. So that's what I do. So I land nearby and just start destroying nearby trees, so I have plenty more space to put the actual big tree. And this is good because I also get a hell of a lot of wood out of doing this as well. And there, I clear it out a bit, but it's still not looking like a circle, so I decide to destroy a little bit more of the trees nearby. And now it's time to do the outline of where the roots of the trees are going to go. So I spent about 20 minutes trying to make a nice circle and end up making this really weird, like, I don't even know. Look at it. It's not a circle, and it doesn't look like a tree trunk. It doesn't look like a tree trunk. It doesn't look like a tree trunk. So I go through, destroy pretty much half of it, and then try and make it look a little bit more circular, which is what I do. And then I add a second layer here to the thing, the side of the roots, just to make them, yep, oh, nice, yeah, oh, nice. You're doing really good. Anyway, I'm just adding a second layer. And oh, it looks like I've already ran out of wood and leaves because I'm starting to destroy even more. That's how much wood I use for that little bit. 2 layers of the tree, yep. Nice. Skip! Let's see what we're looking like now. I've spent a couple hours on it now, and it's starting to look like an actual tree. It actually kind of looks sick, I'm not gonna lie. So this is probably about like 6 hours in, maybe? Obviously, it's well over like 10 hours now, if you count the collecting trees and whatnot. But this is kind of looking cool, you know? But yeah, little do you guys know that later on in this video, I end up doing something that is not very good. You'll see what I mean later on. But yeah, I'm just adding 3 by 3, going up higher and higher, putting dirt, and then putting wood. That's it. For like a couple hours. And guys, look at the amount of wood that I have now. I have 7 shulker boxes plus half an inventory plus half of an ender chest. And guys, it still isn't enough to make the rest of the tree. That's how much wood is used. And also, look, see this. The side of the tree, it wasn't looking very circular. Like, look at the tree. It doesn't look like a tree. It just looks, oh my God. What is that? It looks like, I don't want to say what it looks like, but it's just, it doesn't look like a tree. So what's the best thing to do after about 10 hours of hard work? Yeah, that's right. Destroy 90% of the tree and restart from scratch. Yeah, I destroyed like all of it because it didn't look like a tree. Especially not a Christmas tree. So yeah, and then I set it on fire. Yeah, this is the thing that I said that you guys probably weren't going to like. I just set it on fire because I couldn't be bothered to break all of the blocks. which is obviously not good. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I've just built the tree up to about level 200 and destroyed it all. And now I'm going back to placing dirt and then placing wood. And look, it already looks better. Like, don't you guys think that it looks better as it gets a bit more skinny towards the middle? What? Just from that like view, it already looks better, which I'm actually happy that I destroyed the whole thing and then restarted. And now I'm back up to like pretty much not build height, because build height is apparently 316 now, or 319. It used to be 255, but look at it. This already looks a bit better, and I put a bunch of like stripped oak logs there. But I got a little bit bored of placing wood, so I went into the nether and got lots and lots of glowstone. I probably got about 5-10 stacks of glowstone, which wasn't even enough. I had to come back and get more later. But anyway, on my way back, I saw this view, and I just recorded it because I thought it actually looked kind of cool. Like, am I the only one who thinks that that view looks like kind of cool as you're coming up to it, this like huge oak stump? Anyway, I got started on a star on top using the glowstone that I collected. And honestly, it looked good because I wanted it to look like a bit of a nether star, which is exactly what I did. But it ends up being a little bit too low and not as big as I wanted. So I updated a little bit later. And now I'm onto leaves. Guys, these leaves, you see the amount of wood that I used? Yeah, times that by about 10, that's the amount of leaves that I used. I completely underestimated. Also, I made a mistake and made like the circle to like not a circle, so I had to update that. Anyway, I just spent like hours and hours and hours building up the side of the tree. I actually did a lot of mathematics, so I didn't mess up, you know, the leaves, because if I had to like destroy all these leaves, it would have been bad. But yeah, look at this view. This is kind of looking good. So as I said, I calculated the distance from where I was up to the top, and like, so I knew where to place the leaves to make them diagonally hit exactly where I wanted them at the top. That didn't make sense. But anyway, I just kept on doing it, listening to some podcasts, and yeah, now I'm 90% done. Whoa, okay, good job, Mitch. Thanks for recording most of it. I'm 90% of the way done. Well, not 90%. But yeah, now I'm done. Oh, okay. That's nice, I guess. So this is the last bit. I think I miscalculated it a bit because I went straight past the star. Yeah, the star is now engulfed in that tree. And look at that. That looks sick. You can't tell me that doesn't look sick. That's a huge tree, taking probably like what, 20 hours at least to make. That's kind of sick. You guys can't lie. I think that deserves a like. Like, look, when I look back, sheesh! Yo, that actually looks sick. Yo, come on. Let's go. That's like a lot of my life for a tree. And I'm 4 days late to Christmas. What? Way back up to the top and make an even bigger star, which I end up liking way more than the small star. So I pretty much just times the small star that I made by 2 and make it twice as big. And look at it. That looks so good. Looks so much better because it just fits the build way more because it's bigger, just like the tree. Yo, that's sick. And then with the remaining glowstone, I go around in circles, diagonally going up, making like this, what's the word, tinsel? Like sort of, yeah, it looks cool. Like, look, I go all the way up. And guys, it doesn't look too good now because there's like 2 strips, but I add a few more strips later on. And when there's 4 strips, it just looks really good. It makes the whole thing look a bit better. So I go through with the remaining glowstone again. I think I went and collected more at this point because I ran out, but it's fine. Didn't have to show you guys that bit. And when I finished, this is what it looked like. Yo, look at how much better. That looks sick. It just looks like, it looks like a Christmas tree. Oh my God, I'm crying. Not really. Now that the leaves are done, I didn't want this whole thing to be like hollow or like, obviously I want it to be hollow, but I didn't want it to look, you know, like the bottom is open. So I had to make a flat area here. So that took a lot of leaves. And yeah, I just made it look a little bit better. So it's more of like a natural tree instead of like a huge hole leading up the whole canopy of the tree. But as you could quickly see there, it looked really bare, just like this flat bottom. So later on in the video, I actually end up like making the bottom look a little bit more natural. And here, this was actually the funnest part of the build. I got heaps and heaps of redstone. I ended up having to go into like caves and getting more and more redstone. But I made these like cool balls. And already that one ball, I think, looks cool. So I start making a few more, spreading them around the entire tree. And it's starting to look way more Christmassy. Christmassy. And yeah, here I am in the caves because I ran out of redstone extremely quickly. You guys don't have any idea how many mobs. Well, actually, some of you might if you've been playing in the new update. The mobs is insane. Like, this is like not even as bad as it got. Like, look, creepers, skeletons, zombies, spiders, literally everything. It was so hard. I don't know what I was doing. Yep, nice. Get the iron, mate. I don't know what I was thinking. I see this redstone here and I'm like, oh, I need redstone. And then I bail straight away because that was the stupidest idea I've ever had. So I resorted to just strip mining. Yeah, that's what I did. I just strip mined for probably a couple of hours maybe. And then I added this like diamond sort of iron gold thing to the middle of the star. I didn't want to put too much detail in the star. I just wanted to give like a little bit more like character to it. And I think that little star inside the star looks really good. But now I'm back to making baubles. So I've just added some around the entire tree. Now I'm deciding to make another one down here. And now I'm making a candy cane. I don't know why. I actually have never put candy canes on trees myself. I know that like other people do. But yeah, I usually just eat the candy canes. And yeah, I made the candy cane look a little bit rash. So I updated it and just made it a little bit longer on one side. And now it actually looks pretty sick. Once I fly away and I look back, yo, the candy cane actually looks kind of sick. Not gonna lie. Yeah, oh, do circles around it, mate. That's great, yeah. You must be very proud. Now I got heaps and heaps of lapis lazuli blocks because I didn't want to just have red baubles. Like, that would just be stupid. And then I spent probably, what, like $100 billion on making a bauble out of gold. And it ended up not even looking that good. It just looked like the same baubles I was making the entire time. Yeah, so that was a waste of time and money to have a random gold one on the tree. But anyway, I mean, it adds some baubles to the tree. That's all it adds. Now I just add a few more blue baubles, adding a nice glowstone one, which I actually personally think is the best one out of all of them. And look, it kind of looks sick if you look for half a second because that's all I recorded. And now I'm flying around the top, putting in like these little diamond blocks, emerald blocks, crystal blocks, gold blocks. I'm just flying around and placing them just so I can add a little bit more because it started to look quite bare. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, there were just a few baubles and then the rest of it was just green. So I went around flying, placing it. Yep, nice headshot. Landed and then, oh, yeah, nice. Hit your head. Placement. Oh, nice. You're a genius. This is brilliant. You're a brilliant man. Oh, you didn't get hit that time. Oh, yeah, nice. So yeah, I just went around and look at this view. It's obviously not done yet. But me just walking over to the tree, it makes me feel like it's the 24th of December again. Okay, not really. But it looks sick. Like, look at how ecstatic I am. So guys, I actually spent a bunch of time getting a lot of crystal balls as well because I just thought it was sick. So just listen to the sound as well. It's kind of cool. Instead of placing the crystals like just dots, I ended up making these little stars because I thought it gave a little bit like better. I thought it would be a better idea to have like a few more, I don't know, stars, I guess you could say. So I made another star here just so it wasn't just a bunch of dots. I wanted to add more character to this tree because it started to look a little bit, you know, not festive. And then I made this Christmas present, which by the way is the worst Christmas present I made out of the entire Christmas presents that I put. I don't know why I used wood. I think I was just too lazy to like fly to a biome to collect like red and green and blue blocks and whatnot. So look, it looks kind of cool when you like look at it like that. But I end up flying away trying to find one of those terracotta biomes. Forget what the name is. Redlands? Is it Redlands? I don't know. Badlands. And then yeah, so I'm here now. And I just get a bunch of red blocks, a bunch of yellow blocks. And as I was mining, I noticed that there were 4 creepers that randomly spawned behind me. And if I didn't notice that, I could have been absolutely done for if they just walked up behind me and, you know, exploded me. So now I'm pretty much done. I've got heaps and heaps terracotta blocks that are, you know, more colorful. I can make some trees. And now I'm just heading back. And here we are. Yo, it looks sick as I'm flying up towards it. I'm so stoked. And now I'm making a nice Christmas present. This is actually the biggest Christmas present I make. It's huge. You guys have no idea how many materials I used to make this huge Christmas tree. It was way too big. I spent way too long on this one Christmas present. And then I added like this thing on top because it looks cool. And then I added like more. Guys, I'm not a designer. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying, guys. Please. Yeah. And then I make this like I don't know, spotted Christmas present. It ends up looking pretty cool, but it's also looks a bit weird. It's like it just has pimples or something. It's just a Christmas present. Like, why not? And after this, I just spent a couple hours making as many Christmas presents as possible and skip the boring bit, and boom. I just make a bunch because I end up adding more and adding like probably 10 more just to give it even more. Like, look. Yeah, that's where I'm going to make another one. Yeah. So if you guys care. And boom, as I'm flying, it's obviously not done yet still, but as I'm flying over, I just thought I would get this sick view. Okay, you're only going to show it for like half a second, but that's okay. It's okay. So this is where I said, you know how the bottom of it was very flat? Like, as you can see here, I look up, it's just like a flat bottom. Oh, what? So I end up building up and then making these like yellow and red and like purple sort of, I don't know what the word is, but I guess things coming down. And it ends up looking like really cool. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm not gonna show you yet. I'm gonna show you at the end. And now I'm just walking around with bone meal and like different colored blocks, just making the bottom look a little bit nicer. You know how I said that like it looked kind of bare with the Christmas presents and how I wanted to add more? Well, this is what I'm doing pretty much. I'm just adding like this colorful range of blocks all around, making leaves, making it look a little bit more natural. And I literally spend just like an hour going around. I probably spend like 20 minutes going around in a huge circle, adding heaps of different colors, adding heaps of different flowers. And guys, this is pretty much it. Like, it's very, very close to being done. I go through and I add even more color to like the bare areas of the tree where it's just green, because I noticed that there were a few like, look at this big area right here. It's just like, it was just green. Now I'm adding like red, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, and now this is the tree. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna show you guys a quick montage. Boom.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse, horse, horse. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse open sleigh. What fun it is to ride in a horse open sleigh.